So good afternoon. My name is Jacqueline Caliente. I'm the math supervisor here in Marlborough Township, K through 8. And some of my colleagues have volunteered their time to support me and all of you. On our screens, we have Morgan Gross, Supervisor of Instructional Technology and Library Media, Al Perno, Principal of David Abbott Early Learning Center, and Carol Vecchio, one of our district data specialists, and also she's a part of our math coach team as well. Thank you so much for joining us today for this webinar. It's a pleasure to be here and to support all of you at home. The kindergarten students recently completed a benchmark assessment in order for us to monitor each student's progress in math so far in the school year. My first goal this afternoon is to assist you with navigating to the benchmark results through the student portal in a program called Link It. And then my second goal will to assist you with aligning some resources, or at least one or two resources to support learning at home if you choose to do so. Morgan, are there any questions out there yet or concerns I need to be aware of before I move forward?
No, you're good so far.
I'm good so far. Okay, so I will begin to screen share. I'll take my time with that so I don't share the wrong screen. Here we go. Could you see my screen?
You're good.
I'm good? Okay, thank you. All right, so you see my slideshow, correct, Al, Carol, Morgan?
Yes, it's there. Okay,
fantastic. So this slideshow was sent to you through the same letter where you received the invitation to attend the webinar, sent by me. Thank you for reading it. And so on the slideshow, on the third slide is where we really want to begin. First slide is just the introduction page or the title page, if you would. And then we have a table of contents just for you to easily navigate through the slides. Slide number 3 is where we want to begin. So first and foremost, your child will need his or her MTPS Google account login information. That could be found in the Genesis Parent Portal under the Summary tab. And once your child logs into his or her MTPS Google account, then they would click on this link right here in step number 2. It says go to marlborough.linkit.com/student/login. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on that to show you what that looks like. Okay, so here we are. You don't have to pay attention to that because I'll just take that out of there. At the bottom of this login screen, it says sign in with Google. So you're going to go ahead and proceed to click on that link, sign in with Google. And here's a mock student, not an actual student, don't worry. So you just click on and verify your student's address right there, the at marlborough.k12.nj.us. It initially takes you to an online testing page. This is just demo, so you probably won't see anything on this screen. It's not where we want to be. Right away, we want to click on reporting, which is right up here with these 3 bars, blue, green, and orange. And right underneath it, it says reports. Once you click on reporting and then reports, we'll wait just a moment for it to pop up. Here's where you'll see the screen that you want to be on in the moment. So, if you're following along through the Google slideshow, you'll notice that a blue math bar will pop up. Okay, it'll instruct you to click on that math bar. You can click anywhere, and a drop down will pop up on your screen. 2021 GK, which is grade kindergarten, math benchmark number 1. If you go ahead and click on that, then another drop down pops up and you'll see what your student scored on the benchmark, their overall score, which is out of 18 points. So here this student received a 14 out of 18, and then you'll see a plus sign with details. I'm going to stop for a moment before I jump into the detail report. Morgan, are there any questions or comments out there for me to address?
No, but if anyone does have any questions, just for those of you that may have just entered, I see some more people kind of came in about a minute ago. Know that you can enter any questions in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, and Ms. Caliente will be happy to answer for you.
And if time allows, I will go back to that slide number 3 on the Google slideshow, and I could run through it, one last time if you missed the beginning, if time allows me to do so, which I believe I'll have plenty of time to do that. So again, we're in Linkit, sign in with Google, clicking on reporting, click on reports. It brings you to this blue math bar. Click anywhere on this blue math bar, and then click on the next pop-up that comes down, which is the 2021 GK Math Benchmark number 1. You'll get a summary, total points, and that's out of 18. That's what your student scored overall on the kindergarten benchmark number 1. And then you'll see the plus sign in the box with detail. Once you click on that, here's where you will see, oh, that's interesting. It's a little bit backwards. Let me try that again for myself. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, mine hopefully looks a little different than yours. I did try it on another account, and they went in number order. So it did start at the top and went all the way down 1 through 18. Not anybody know why it's appearing this way here? No, not sure. Either do I. So hopefully, you'll be able to follow through regardless. Number 1, this student responded correctly. So yes means correct. No means incorrect, that the student did not answer that question correctly. So you will see the student has a couple of yeses and a couple of nos. So what do we do with that? Well, if we go back to the slideshow, starting on page 7 or slide 7, it gives you a little bit of a sample on what to do with those yeses and nos. Why are they important, right? So you are able to see how many questions they got correct, how many questions they got incorrect. And you also will find on slides 8, 9, and 10, you will see some alignment pages. All right, I'm going to bring you back to slide 7 because this is a sample of how to use those alignment pages to help you understand the concepts, the math concepts and math skills your child did not answer correctly. So let's just say number 6 was a no on your student's summary page. So you would go to the alignment chart and you would find that number question. Again, that was number 6. You would see that the point value was 1 point. You will see the standard alignment in the next column, followed by the lesson from the Envision 2.0, and then a 3-character IXL code. That's another alignment that you could use at home if you choose to do so. So again, on your actual report, you're going to see some yeses and nos. Okay, and then on the next slide, you'll see how to align that. All right, so here, number 6, the character code for IXL is EAM. So I go to my IXL.com /sign-in/Marlboro. And then I click on sign in with Google, just like we did for IXL. Okay. I'm going to verify my account. I'm going to verify my own account. You would verify the students, or the student would verify their account, just so that I can get in to show you. So I'm going to head back here, EAM. So at the top here, there's a search bar. I'm going to just type in EAM and press enter. It brings me directly to the skill. Oh, they changed something. Just kidding. The first link is the link to the skill. And here we are. So for number 6, the question that was asked on the benchmark that the student missed is similar to this IXL skill here. Okay. I will log out so that I could run through that again for you. Morgan, are there any questions while I'm setting myself back up?
No, you're good so far. You do have a couple more participants, so I don't know if you wanted to let them know where the Q&A is.
Yeah. So the Q&A, for those of you who popped on or those of you who have been on, Q&A is, well, on my screen, it's at the bottom where you usually find the chat. the chat has been disabled. So you want to go to the QA bubble. That's where you can type in your questions. And then we'll try to address all of your questions in a timely manner. So if you have any, you won't see each other's questions. Morgan will field them for me and let me know what comes through. It's easier for me to concentrate on the presentation, and then she'll let me know if anything pops in. Okay, so for those of you who joined in the middle, or if I already got started, I'll run through everything with you one more time. Okay. Okay, so right now I'm on the Google slideshow that was sent through the letter, the same letter where you found the invitation to join the webinar. So good afternoon, thank you for joining. And here for step number 1, it says to just make sure the student logs in to his or her MTPS Google account first, and the login information for that could be found in the Genesis Parent Portal under the Summary tab. Okay, so once the student logs in to that MTPS Google account, you want to go to step 2. Go to this link. So after you click on the link, I'll bring it up, show you what it looks like in real time. Okay, you don't need this information. This won't be here. You'll just see a blank box with link it student login. At the bottom of that box, you'll see sign in with Google. So if you did the step before, signing in with Google will bring you to a page that looks similar to mine. And this is a mock student, so don't worry, this is not a real student. So I'm going to click on and verify that email address. This would be the student's email address in your case. It's going to immediately bring you to this online testing page. This is not the page we would like to be on, but just to let you know that might be the first thing that you see. Most likely there'll be nothing in here for you. Again, this is just a mock student, so there's a couple of things in there. You want to click on reporting at the top menu, the icon of reporting with the 3 bars, and then right underneath it, you'll see reports. Okay, I click on reports. Just wait a second for it to pop up. And I get to this plain looking page, but we do see a blue bar in the middle of our screen or at the top of the screen with the word math in it. You can click anywhere on that bar. It's going to drop down. And then you click on the 2021 kindergarten math benchmark number 1. And then after you click on that, another drop down pops up. And here's where you see the total points that your student earned out of 18 points total. So this particular student earned a 14 out of 18 on his or her benchmark. And then underneath that total points is a plus sign in a box with the word detail. Once you click on that, oh, here we go, much better. A little glitchy. So once you click on that, you'll see the question numbers. You could ignore the words and titles subscores. That doesn't mean anything for your student's report, but you want to pay attention to the number of the question, number 1 through 18, and then the yeses and the nos. Yes means the student answered the question correctly. No, for instance, number 4 is a no, number 7 is a no. That's what the student answered incorrectly. So the reason why we want to show you that is for you to know how many questions the students got right, how many the students did not answer correctly. And then it helps you in the slideshow later on slide number 7 is an example of how to use the information on that detailed page to then align it. Here's an example of alignment chart. The rest are on slides 8, 9, and 10. But this is just a sample on slide number 7. It shows you, for example, number 6, if your student has a no next to that number 6, you may want to focus and concentrate on that a little bit more. Go to your table alignment, find number 6, and you will see it was worth 1 point. You will see the standard alignment, the lesson and topic alignment from Envision 2.0, and then the 3-character code for IXL. So if you joined last minute, you probably caught this already, but I'll go through it again. This 3-character code you might want to write down. Some of them have more than one, like number 5 has more than one. Character code. That's just two different skills that they can work on that aligns to that question. But we're going to use the EAM one, and we're going to go to IXL. I'm going to log out real quick. Okay. So once you're in ixl.com/sign-in/Marlboro, you could just click on sign in with Google. Bring this page over. Okay. I'm going to click on my own account because I'm not sure if one is set up for the mock student I have here. So I'm just going to click on my own to show you. So EAM, right? So we go up in the search bar up here. I'm going to type in my 3-character code, EAM. Once I press enter, normally, previously, it would come right up, but adjustments are made all the time on these online programs. So it seems like a few windows will pop up or a few boxes and suggestions will pop up. It's going to be the first one, the first math skill that pops up is what you want to click on. And it'll say EAM also up there. So we click on that. And then you'll start seeing questions if you would like to support your child at home, if you choose to do so. You'll see similar questions that align to the question on the benchmark that your student may or may not have gotten incorrect based on that yes and no response. Okay, Morgan, any questions out there?
Yes, actually you do. How do the results of this assessment affect my child going forward? Thank you.
That's a really great question. Moving forward, this benchmark number 1 is part of the criteria for, first and foremost, it's just, it is very much to monitor the student progress over time. So with this information, this presentation, the alignment chart is for, your information and for you to know the types of questions and how to support your child at home if you choose to do so with the alignment charts that are provided in the slideshow. Also, the teachers are aware of the student scores and which questions also we provide them with the same alignment chart and other support so that they could remediate and enrich the students, based on their benchmark scores. Al, would you like to say anything before I move on?
Yeah, can I jump in on that too?
Please.
I just wanted to mention in regards to how the results are used, I myself and the math coach actually sit down with each kindergarten teacher and review their class by class results. And looking at, both what I call horizontally and vertically, we look at specific questions that students struggled on, then we look at specific students who may have struggled. And we look at remediation. We discuss remediation techniques, we discuss enrichment. So we basically use the data to drive instruction, to help the teachers fine tune their instruction and best meet the needs of the students.
You have no other questions right now. I don't know if you wanted to give anyone a chance to throw another one in there in case they have maybe that made them think about something. But right now you have no open questions.
Okay. Give you some time to maybe think a little bit. If you can't think of anything in the moment, or if you think everything went well, I'm happy with that too. If we leave the sessions today and the session ends, which we still have plenty of time left, if you would like me to do another run through, if you would like for me to show you other IXL skills that are aligned, if you're reading your own child's report right now and you have a question about, okay, I see a no for number blank, then we can go through the alignment together and I can show you how to look up a skill on IXL. Okay. No pressure. If you're sitting, at home around the table, talking to your family, talking to your student, and you look at this report another time, and something happens to pop up in conversation or, pop up in your head to ask, please feel free to reach out. My email address is on that, letterhead, J Caliente. The short version is at mtps.org. And Al, I'm sure you're more than happy to.
Yeah.
Questions here.
Yeah, absolutely. I always encourage parents, your teacher's going to be your best source because they work with your child day in and day out. So they're going to know the
Oh, he's muted.
Al, I think you muted by
I'm
accident.
sorry, I bumped my computer. But as far as like anything with the processes we've gone over, I know you went over several different programs that they can log into. I know a lot of you are new to the district and not as familiar with the programs. We can help you with all of that. Absolutely.
Thank
So
you.
you can reach out to any one of us.
Thank you. And the math coaches, the kindergarten math coaches are also on that letter, their email addresses, so you can reach out to them as well.
Yeah.
Morgan, is anybody asking me to run through it one more time, perhaps?
No, you have no questions right now, so.
Okay. Do we usually hang back a bit, just in case somebody pops on, knowing that it's until 4:30?
No, I think. Oh, you have a comment.
Okay.
This was very helpful. Thank you all.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate your feedback. So for those of you who are on and are ready to log off, I'll just, I'll say a little conclusion here. I want to thank you also, Marlboro Kindergarten Families, for attending the webinar today. If you are viewing a recording of this through the district website, I appreciate you clicking on the link and, and watching the video as well. It is, really awesome to see everybody pull together as a team to help support the students first and foremost. And a special thank you to Morgan for your help with setting everything up and also for fielding those questions and comments for me. Al, thank you very much for your feedback and your input during the call. Carol, for your support, your moral support, you're always there. So thank you so much for volunteering your time, just in case anything went wrong on the technical end as well. And thank you everybody for volunteering to not only support me, but to also support the families who attended today and the students. And again, this is being recorded, so it'll be posted for you. Have a good night, everybody.